What do you think made the difference? And every one of them, to a man, said,
rain down there at 3. Don't stop the rain at 3.
We got weather here, boys.
Raindrops in turn number 3 put us under caution for the very first time today. Here's Jimmy Johnson. Let's see what we see on the lens of the close onboard camera.
There you go.
There it is.
Okay, Mr. Crew Chief Larry Mike Reynolds, what are we going to do? We got some rain coming. We need some tires if they go back. We got to stay out, right?
Well, I think we do, as long as it's raining, Michael. Now, if I may be Martin Truex Jr., Mark Martin, Casey Kane, Matt Kenseth, Clint Boyer, 3 of those Michael Waltrip race cars, I maybe possibly come on in, get my tires, get my fuel, and then see what happens from there.
What have we seen most of this year? Staying out on old tires. Track position is king. Stay out on old tires, and you probably got a good shot at hanging on to the lead.
But this is the most we've seen those tires fall off, Darrell. This is old school racing. You get a few laps on those tires, you start to slip and slide, things fall apart on you.
Well, the first caution of the day comes with 15 cars on the lead lap, and A.J. Allmendinger will get the Aaron's lucky dog. You don't need credit. All you need is Aaron's. So when we restart, it'll be 16 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, well, if I'm probably one of these drivers or crew chiefs or spotters, and I'm looking out turn 3 and 4, especially in the top 5 or so, just not sure about hitting pit road just yet.
I just don't see how you can do that. And I'll just refer back to the thing about Darlington last year, one of the hardest racetracks we have on tires. And Regan Smith stayed out on old tires, won the race, and we've seen that happen a number of times already this year.
Well, some of these leaders must think the rain is going to. Oh, Stewart! He threw the feint on Denny Hamlin, and I don't know if Hamlin was committed or not, but boy, Stewart sure gave it the old drop, dive, and recover right there.
I think old Smoke's been using every trick in his bag today.
I think so too. Krista.
Jimmy Johnson and Chad Canals want to just keep knocking out these little changes. They're making improvements on the track. They want it to continue. Jimmy's saying the higher he goes on the track, the looser he gets. Steve?
Well, Krista, the 11 car was committed to pit road. Crew Chief Darian Grubb telling Denny, I think this is just a few drops. The heavy stuff's not going to come through for a while. Again, just a little bit tight in the center for the 11 car of Denny Hamlin.
Well, all of those drivers are banking that we're going to go back racing.
Let's see, is it raining or is it not? Here comes Stewart into the pits.
But Hamlin is pretty committed right there. I mean, he's down there. He's pretty committed. If anybody got snookered, it might be the 18 car not deciding what to do.
There's another look at it.
You see Hamlin, there's no question in his mind he's coming.
And one driver I saw that seemed like he was not committed, he was not playing their games, Jeff Gordon in that 24, he looked like he definitely was going to stay out, and he did.
And another miscue on pit road. A tire rolled away from Matt Kenseth's pit. Penalty for the 17.
Urgency.
Rain here at the Auto Club 400 with 73 laps to go as we welcome you back live to NASCAR on Fox in the Hollywood Hotel with Michael Waltrip, Chris Myers, our storm scout, Rick Dickert, keeping an eye on things at the weather map, our expansive Hollywood Hotel weather center where the green is not good. Hey, fortunate, Rick, we've even been able to run this much. Give us the latest.
Yeah, very fortunate. You could see the leading edge of this major Pacific storm just starting to move across the speedway. Generally light to moderate rain. There's a speedway. Here's the band that's moving through Fontana now. More of the same. I'd say another 15 or 20 minutes of this light shower activity. Looks like there's a little break there, but beyond it, all this activity is moving from the west towards the east and slowly from the south to the north. So it will gradually move over the speedway. This is just the leading edge of it. So pretty much more of the same in terms of what they're seeing out there now for the next 15 or 20.
All right, then it gets heavy.
It will definitely get heavy. The atmosphere is going to moisten up. The rain will likely increase over the next hour or so. And then once this band moves over, it's going to be raining pretty consistently.
As we've mentioned, we've never had a rain-shortened race here in California. There have been postponements and races that have been carried over and completed. So we may be looking at that based on the next 15 or 20 minutes as the rain continues to fall rather lightly now. Tony Stewart, your leader over Kyle Busch. Kyle has led the most laps today, 80. Tony Stewart, 40 plus. Dale And we welcome you back inside the Hollywood Hotel and racing from Fontana. That's an impressive leaderboard. Tony Stewart taking the lead at lap 85, and Tony Stewart officially the winner. Red Flag Rain, a rain-shortened, first ever rain-shortened race here at the Auto Club Speedway, but the second win this season already for Tony Stewart in just 5 races.
And what a start for this team. You know, you get a new crew chief, you want things to get off on a good start so that you can build some momentum. Tony's certainly done that with 2 victories.
All right, Dale Earnhardt Jr. winds up third, and Chris Devoto is standing by with Junior.
Yes, I am, Chris. Dale Earnhardt Jr. had a great race car. I know the last thing I think I heard you say before that last stops, you said, my car is good now. Could you have won this race had it been resumed?
We never know what would have happened, but Tony had an awesome car. I thought the 48 he was kind of pulling away from me steadily throughout the entire day. But, you know, the track was going to tighten up, and we were sort of preparing for that, and that's something we've really kind of had some problems with this year, and we were getting ready to start freeing our car up pretty good for those last little runs there, and I was happy. The car was fast. We had a great car in practice. Right at the end of the practice, I told the guys this thing's really good, and the Diamond Dew National Guard Chevrolet was great from the drop of the green, and we moved forward all day long. We had great pit strategy, stopping a little bit earlier than most people, gaining some track position that way too.
And I know California not always on your list of top tracks, so you got to feel good. Yeah.
I like this place, man. It's a lot of fun.
Maybe I was thinking results.
Yeah. I haven't run as good here as I would have liked to, but I love the racetrack. The multi-grooves, it's a lot of fun to run on. And, you know, it's definitely getting some age on it, but, you know, I think the asphalt out there lasts a few more years.
Another great finish for Dale Earnhardt Jr., Chris.
All right, thanks, Chris. 129 laps, and Tony Stewart is your winner, his second victory this year. Dick Berggren is standing by. It's damp, but it's a legitimate victorious celebration, Dick.
Indeed it is. Tony has been hugging his team. You are doing so incredibly well. Are you driving better than you ever have before?
I don't know. I'm definitely not. I mean, I turned 40 last year, and I'm definitely not losing anything with age here. So, you know, but I've got awesome race cars, and it starts with all of our guys at Stewart Haas Racing and the Hendrick chassis department, and especially here at California, the Hendrick engine department really shows up here. So thank you guys back there in North Carolina, and you know, Office Depot, Mobile One, U.S. Army, Quicken Loans, Outback Steakhouse, Chevrolet, just everybody, and Steve Addington and these guys, and these guys back at our shop. I've been with them most of the winter, and they've been busting their butts, and it's we got really good race cars.
All green flag pit stops today, not a single mistake by anybody on pit road. How hard do your guys train?
They train real hard. I mean, Joe Patet just, he does a great job as our pit stop coach, and we got a really good staff of guys that work these guys out in the gym at the shop, and you know, they do a lot of pit stop practice. So everybody does. I mean, everybody down through here, all these pit crews work really, really hard. But you know, I'm proud of our guys. They're a fun group of guys, and you know, you know, they're one unit when they're all working out at the shop, and then when we get to the racetrack, we're on the U.S. Army Chevy or, you know, the Office Depot Mobile One Chevy.
Congratulations, Tony Stewart. 2 wins in the first 5 races this year. Chris?
Last year, Tony didn't win until the fall in Chicago, celebrating with Steve Addington his second win already, beating the rain and the other drivers here in Southern California. And he said he was 40, but I'm not losing anything. We'll have more in a moment.